What's going on, y'all? So after I made that last video, man, I already have enough to make three more with the, yeah, you see I'm coming in here fiery with the amount of stupidity that I have just seen from fanboys. Now I'm seeing stupidity in the Xbox community, right? There's nothing wrong with being in the Xbox community, enjoying Game Pass. There's nothing wrong with being in a PlayStation community, Nintendo community, PC community. There's nothing wrong with actually even being a normal fanboy who just gets on and wants to root for Microsoft. That's okay. But when you start being stupid in the public and influencing hundreds of other people, even thousands, maybe even more, yeah, then you're brainwashing people. So yeah, we're gonna have to step in. But let's remind ourselves of something here before we get into this Xbox and blaming Nintendo and all this other stupidity here. And let's just remember at a time, right? That was PS3, right? $249 price drops, right? Look at the GameCube, $99, right? PlayStation 4, 1 TB. When 1 TB was hot in those moments, $299, and it came with that. You could get games with it. 360, $199. Yeah, we remember those days, guys? Yeah, well, good old days. Yep, they're gone. So we'll get back to this if we can. But let's start off with this person right here. Oh yeah, it's time to roast fanboys, y'all. It may not be ponies, but hey, we're gonna be roasting fanboys. It's just stupidity. $80 games are now officially a reality for Xbox, which I've been telling people all of them are gonna do it. Nintendo is completely, this is where he, boy, this is where he messed up, completely at fault. Boy, you messed up here. It's all we need right here, y'all. This is all we need, and I'm pretty sure those of you wise enough know what I mean. You are out of your damn mind. Was it Nintendo's fault? And let's get to this tweet. We're going to go to my page, actually. Actually, you know what? We don't even need to do that. Let's go back to what I said. If you think Nintendo is the reason games are 80, you are highly delusional. It is because of industry greed. I'm not even doing a video right now, so you know what? Need that for volume. You guys heard me. Industry greed, right? Because whether you remove them or not, it's the 80 is coming through somebody else, through some other window. It's all aligned. You don't just show up and wake up today and say you decide to do that. It's all through corporate meetings, all this nonsense. Behind the scenes is different than on the stage. Microsoft did this for themselves. Not a $1 trillion company. Not because Nintendo did it. They had $70 before Nintendo had it. That's Nintendo's fault? Should I blame Microsoft because Nintendo decided to only put Tears of the Kingdom at $69.99? Though that opened at 10 million and was phenomenal and better than anything they could ever launch historically or PlayStation. No, they did that because they thought that. They did that for themselves because digital, there is no tariffs. Now, we're going to get to that in a second too because I'm tired of that shit. Wake up. Right? Like all of you, wake the hell up. It's corporate strategy greed. No one will buy those games. Ain't nobody buying no Xbox games. You already don't buy it. You have Game Pass. You're literally just destroying everything by doing that. For people who want to do physical and all that other stuff. They've been destroying physical media. Been gone. Now you just get digital. It's like, that's why I'm like, shut the hell up. People are so fake. Watch greed cause more layoffs. Now watch this. Because they decided to make those decisions, they're going to cause more people to lose jobs. All the other people that do it too. So you have people like this moron that comes and tries to defend Microsoft and fanboy for them, or is just this blatantly stupid and does not hold them responsible for saying that I could have made a different decision. $1 trillion company, like you can't make a, that type of decision. Oh yeah, you can. You don't have to jack up the price on digital. You can make digital cheaper. But they're not doing that. You've been doing $69.99. You had your console at $500 the entire goddamn generation with Sony. None of you never dropped the price. Now you jacked it up. How is that Nintendo's fault? You're fucking stupid to me if you say that. It's just the concept of what does that have to do with them? Let's go to this guy next. The Pro feels like a good deal now, huh? If something was a terrible deal and it was greedy before any of this even existed, how all of a sudden is it a good deal and not still the same thing because somebody else decided to be more dumb? And oh, trust me, it's not going to stay that way. Sony just decided to take the US last because that's their biggest market. So they're jacking up the prices out of all the other markets and punishing all of them, and then America is last. They let Microsoft go first. They did what they needed to do. Nintendo did what they did it. You know what I mean? Now Sony's going to come in and they're going to jack up the price of the Pro. Oh yeah, they're going to jack up the price of the PlayStation 5, and oh yeah, they're going to do it. You don't think they're going to do it? Oh, they're on the way. Like I said in my last video, they're on the way with beers. They're going to throw some beers at Microsoft and Nintendo. They're about to jack up the prices too. Not because of Microsoft. They were going to do it anyways. Did you see what I just said? It's the same thing of somebody trying to blame Nintendo for Microsoft jacking up the price and saying that if PlayStation hardware goes up, that's some other person's fault. Or if they decide to jack the price up of digital, how is that tariffs' fault? There's no tariffs in digital. That would only affect physical. So yeah, hardware going up, okay. I could see that being reasonable because that makes some sense. And it does affect Microsoft because they're in China. Whereas Nintendo went to Vietnam and Cambodia. So Vietnam could end up being fine. But $449, and like I said, I always thought that was okay because the Steam Deck was $399. The Switch 2 is way better than that. So they're still kind of affordable in a way for what they're doing. They just went first. Now, hypocrites and people who think you have some sense of balance, let's see you give Xbox the same treatment as the bashing you gave PlayStation. If not, to me, you have no true balance because you only want to. Then to me, you're just a fanboy, just like on the other side, a toxic one, because you don't want to give equal treatment when it's the same evil. Then that's a problem with you. That don't have nothing to do with the corporation. That's you. I never agreed with the Nintendo $79.99. I said it, and I didn't pay $79.99 for Mario Kart. I got the Mario Kart bundle. I traded in my Series X, which was a good deal, $420. I think my GameStop knew something, right? I mean, because I have a high-end gaming PC that I'm on here right now recording with you. I play my Xbox games on my PC at max settings, but an Xbox controller. Well, why would I need a console? I mean, they just keep making that console just worthless. And it's annoying to me because at the beginning of the generation, I had different thoughts for it. And it's extremely disappointing, and I have to say it. Because they built up so much good traction in the past 7 months, and then they just all tore down instantly. Now it's just, I don't even care to even look at them, period, except for Game Pass, which I have my PC for that. So to me, the Xbox console is irrelevant. Like now more than it has ever been. It used to be a decent deal, even when you could put the Series X on sale. But now, yeah, you're better off going for a PC at this point. You are. But yeah, the Pro feels like a good deal, right? How? See the stupidity of this pony right here? You think it's a good deal now because Microsoft decided to be retarded. When was it ever a good deal? Broken logic. Both are terrible. All of them doing $79.99 is terrible. Nintendo, it doesn't matter who. Ready for the next person? Look at this guy. So this was my video I did. I said Xbox prices skyrocket. They do. Microsoft just ruined everything. They did. Sony is now underway with beers. Butter is gone. Of course it is. This is what he says. This what y'all let someone new in, learn how to type, and don't vent. I keep telling y'all to start venting these guys. Oh, you're right here on the video. Don't worry. Because like usual, they skip over Sony raise. That's how you know he ain't seen none of my content. Y'all seen that? You know he's talking to the wrong person, right? Skipping over Sony content? Oh, I'll be roasting Sony. Skipping over Sony raising all their prices everywhere, but America last week. But we just going to forget that. And he tried to say that I was a crackhead before that. This is what I said. I roasted Sony for 6 months straight and never missed any mistake. You guys see me do it. Ponies, sit down. Yeah, that's where this comes from. Right? Cancel rainbow balls, all that stuff. Yeah. Any mistake they make, you brain dead buffoon. Learn to type a sentence correctly. Your assumptions are also childish and hollow. If you even scroll past the videos on my page, you would see PlayStation roasting. What a joke. Shut your punk ass up. Who you think you're talking to? See? Dumbass. Guys, who's this guy talking to? Who roasted Sony more than me? I mean, I know Alex and them be roasting them too, but I'm just saying, like, I do 2 videos a day, and sometimes I be double roasting them because they were disappointing. It's like I'm roasting Xbox now because it's disappointing. But what are you talking about? You talking to somebody who roasts the hell out of Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft. You talk about somebody who roasts the shit out of Sony. I do this all the time. PlayStation fanboys be all on my channel. I be roasting them. I've been doing this. This is how you can tell this guy did not go to my page. And this is the type of stuff I'm talking about, y'all. Like, you come, you attack people with misinformation. You don't even know me. You've never seen my content. You just assumed everything he did right there was all wrong. This guy right here. But once again, this has nothing to do with really necessarily Xbox, Microsoft, Sony, PlayStation, or Nintendo. No, he's just an idiot. It's like, damn, you could never be more wrong, right? But yeah, getting back to this. This is the first time in any generation historically where we've seen prices go up to the point to where they were supposed to go down in intervals. And to sit there to blame one company over another is literally not holding any company responsible. And I cannot stand that type of mentality. It's utterly stupid. Wake up from that mentality. Things like this have to get passionate. They have to get a little bit heated. It's just part of life. This is part of just even being around somebody after a while. Don't sit there and keep agreeing with people's stupidity. Then you're agreeing with stupidity. No, you have to challenge that. If somebody's really your friend or if they're really supporting you, no matter what you do, they'll support you. You can mess up, they'll still be there, you know what I mean? Or you can support somebody and, forgive them if they make mistakes. But if you're going to support somebody, you're going to support what they want to do, not because they're only feeding your certain thought system or ideology. No, you have to literally attack the same greed no matter where it's at. That's what I'm saying here. You show that you're a fanboy by not doing that. It's like people attack the Nintendo greed, but I told them. And they thought that I was being Nintendo boy. I said, no, watch. They're still the best. I'm telling you right now that Microsoft's going to jack up the prices. Game Pass is going to go up eventually. Sony's going to jack up the prices. All of them are greedy. PC is greedy too with NVIDIA. Stop thinking that one is less greedy than the other. But if I had to say which one is better than all of them, I would say Nintendo. Because they're all about giving you good video games and development. They gave us the gaming industry. They don't do no politics, pronouns, all this weird stuff. Like they stay true to the gaming industry. They also develop everything. So yeah, I do love them the most, but I will not defend $79.99 because well, what is that? That's not Nintendo developers. That's who I say I love the most. I'm talking about corporate greed here, the suits and the ties. So you have people go and they'll start attacking developers. I'm like, what are you doing? We're talking about profit here. Stock markets, Wall Street. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not developers. That's publishers. That's that. You know what I mean? That's the stock market. Those are the people who are sitting there behind the corporations too, who own them, all the way at the top of the pyramid. The elite society, not developers. That's why I don't like when people go attack a developer for something that is not developer related. Like, if a Mario Kart dev is posting something, you know what I mean? People drop the price. It's like they're not deciding the price. And like you have somebody like me saying, I'm excited for the Switch 2. Hell yeah, I am. Because the console industry is stagnant and it's boring. They're going to add a lot of great development over the next 6-7 years, and it's going to be very fun. See, I'm excited for the development, not for $79.99. Nobody should be excited for $79.99. That's stupid. And what did I do to avoid that? I got the Mario Kart bundle, and I traded in my Series X and my Nintendo Switch. I paid nothing for it. I always do this with my consoles. And I camped, and I didn't miss my spot. I was number 5 in line. Had a good time. We don't get to do that anymore. That was a fun social experience. I met some cool people. You see what I mean? So it's like I beat the system there. And GameStop gave me like they were benefiting us that day. So to me, I got rid of a console I didn't need and a Switch 1 I'm not going to keep around, and I paid nothing. And I have my high-end gaming PC to play my Xbox on, and my PlayStation for timed exclusives there, and the Switch 2 for permanent exclusives there because I can't get them anywhere. But if I only had Switch and PC, at least I know I would eventually get PlayStation games eventually. But, some games I don't want to wait on. I'm a hardcore gamer. I've been gaming for 33 years now. You know what I mean? Beating over like 2,200 games now, I think. A lot of video games, yeah. So to me, it's all about where the games are at. And if I can't get that game anywhere else and I know I want to play that game really bad, yeah, I'm going to go get the game. It'll be okay. But the reason why Microsoft also thought that they would probably be okay is because they have Game Pass, but that doesn't justify people who are not interested in Game Pass. Because let's talk about this too. I told people in a couple other videos before that imagine how many people are really using Game Pass on the Xbox system by itself. 5% of the gaming community in total? That's pretty low. If you add in PC, you can get up to like 10%. But that's still very low. Outside of that, people are looking at PlayStation, Nintendo, and PC, and they're looking at games to be on sale or to get games on cheap sales. Or if there's a game like Monster Hunter comes around the corner, right? Or Kingdom Come Deliverance, or some like game that's worth getting, then like they're gonna buy it day one because they realize they don't want to wait and it's worth it. You know what I mean? Um, so most people when they wake up, they're looking at the gaming industry that way. Even people on mobile, they'll buy all that nonsense. But hell, if we want to include mobile, the percentage is even lower. But basically, what I'm saying here is that all those other platforms have like 100 plus million install bases between their platforms, and that gives you like what 400 plus million. Just looking at it that way, without even including Xbox. So Game Pass is such a small aspect. So Microsoft is still telling a lot of people who want to buy their games on PC too, not just Xbox, or not just PlayStation, not just the Xbox, but also on PC and PlayStation 2 that you're going to be paying $80 for my games on other platforms. And how is that better than anything? That's worse. Now they're telling you that I'm going to give my users a Game Pass. They're eventually going to jack the price up because their games are going to be 80. The price of it, just watch. Now I'm charging you $80 on PlayStation, and I'm going to charge $80 on Nintendo. You don't think they plan to do this? Mm-hmm. So I want you guys to think about that. Do you think that their development is up there with Nintendo and PlayStation? The only game that's going to get away with 79 is Call of Duty, possibly. I can see that happening. And I've already seen that coming. That doesn't surprise me. People have been paying more than that. They'll get the damn $70 game and then pay for the season pass and get some cosmetics. Day one, they're doing that. You've been telling them that. That's what I've been telling people in other videos. The greed has been there. And you tried to say that Nintendo is the most greedy. I'm like, people are delusional. What do you mean? They've been having season pass, microtransactions. They've been like supporting gotcha games, all this free to play garbage. Like it's on those platforms. And now they're saying, oh, we're going to do $80 too, and we're going to give you a season pass, and we're going to give you microtransactions. There's no microtransactions in Nintendo games. Get prepared to get charged $80 plus a season pass plus microtransactions. Plus $110 or $120 now for early access. That's Nintendo's fault too, that they're charging $100 for early access to play a game early when everybody should just get the game the same day. Look, man, I just, you know, I just don't know what to say to some of these people. Like, when they just show me how stupid they are. Start being intelligent. Because when you be a fanboy, man, you become dumb. So let me see somebody else blame Nintendo for what Microsoft is doing. Like Microsoft ever needed anyone to justify what they want to do. Like they used to put people out of business and make people poor, people starving and dying, and coal mining aspects to push Windows and manipulate the market in the 90s. It's the same shit. You think they disappeared? No, they're here now. They're here. Not Xbox anymore. It's Microsoft now. Wake up. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Enjoy gaming if you're still in the Xbox community, on the PlayStation, or on Nintendo or on PC. You know what I mean? Because you're gamers. But this is more about fanboys and people who are being ignorant and stupid. Later, y'all.